You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning. The news behind the headlines.
Mayor presidential candidate now, Democrat presidential candidate, Mayor Pete Buttigieg of South Bend, Indiana, was up here in Harlem last week at the Sylvia's restaurant with Al Shady Sharpton. And, I'm just insulted. I didn't know he was coming. Had I known he was coming, I would have thrown up a protest. So they kept this on the down low. But I'm insulted that Al Sharpton brought this Japheth homosexual up here to Harlem. I'm insulted by that. Al Sharpton he should be called Al Charlatan. Al Sharpton, and why is it that MSNBC, people, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Why is it MSNBC still lets Al Sharpton have prime time? They moved him back up. They hid him for a couple of years after our protest. Now they put him back up in prime time on Saturday and Sunday. But Al Sharpton sold out Harlem at the Cotton Club, the old Cotton Club, going back over a decade ago. A group of developers, when they were actually a little bit more than that, when they were trying to get a grip on the community boards to buy up and the banks to be able to buy up the properties and push the poor people out of Harlem so they could build all these expensive condos, Al Sharpton took a $800,000 in cash group from a bunch of real estate developers. $800,000. Listen to me, everybody. Al Shady Sharpton, Al Charlatan, took $800,000 cash from a group of real estate developers at the Cotton Club over some fried chicken, collard greens, and hot sauce. So now, I don't know if we have any picture of the car. There you go, Mr. Engineer. But boy, my engineer is on the job today. Yeah, right here. This is the Cotton Club, right? I think going back about 15 years ago, Al Sharpton, I'm telling you, my friend, Al Sharpton took $800,000 in cash, all $100 bills, from a group of developers who wanted to buy up Harlem, and that was his cut. He got a whole lot more, but this was all in cash. So he meets with them at the Cotton Club. Now he brings this homosexual Pete Buttigieg up here to Sylvia's, 2 blocks away from our church. I didn't know about it. If I had known about it, I'd have been up there protesting. He brings this, why you bring this Japheth homosexual? Listen, we got all kind of problem with homosexual up here in Harlem. We got problems with the young boys, 14, 15, and 16 years old, being lured by these wealthy homosexuals, many of them business and professional people, luring these 14-year-old boys to their homes, buying them $300 sneakers and giving them meals at Burger King or McDonald's, and then sexing up these 14-year-old boys. And I'm gonna start a mother's watch on these homosexuals up here in Harlem, buying sneakers for these boys at 14 and 15 years old, and then taking them home and having sex with them. That's what these homosexuals, these Japheth, by Japheth I mean white homosexuals, are doing to these young boys. Don't know no better. They don't know no better. So we're gonna start a sneakers watch. Your boy comes home with sneakers, and you know he ain't got no money. He ain't got no job. Where you buy them $300 sneakers from? He ain't got here. You didn't give him the money. Who bought them sneakers, and who bought them chains? Who's buying these gold chains for these young boys? Who's buying these sneakers for these young boys? Who's buying these leather jackets for these young boys? And mothers, y'all need to ask. You need to ask. Because your boy, he ain't robbing nobody. Ain't no robberies going on up in Harlem now. Ain't no robberies happening up here. The only robbery, the crimes up here now are these Japheth homosexuals buying and I'm running them out. I'm getting rid of them. But Al Sharpton is a dope dealer, or a former dope dealer. Maybe he don't deal dope no more. But my friend Al Sharpton is known as CI7 with the FBI, and everybody knows it. Yet he's able to sit on television. Al Sharpton is able to sit on television after having been known drug dealer, and then he became a snitch. So he's Al Snitch Charlatan. That's who he is. He's Al the Snitch. Al the Snitch. Al the Snitch Charlatan. Al the Snitch. Put his picture back up again. Al the Snitch Charlatan. Al the Snitch Charlatan. Al the Snitch Charlatan. Al the process head snitch charlatan. Brought Pete Buttigieg up here to Harlem. Don't be doing that, man. Why you want to meet with him? Meet with him down where you live, down there on 79th Street or wherever it is that you live. But my friend, though, I have to tell you, I've had it, homosexuals coming up here to Harlem. And here you got people, he brought Pete Buttigieg. Now, you know, people are talking about, I remember we had a mother at church, wouldn't it be wonderful have a black president and the black family on a Christmas card in the White House? But now, you think things are bad now with Tribulation Trump. You think things are bad now with Tribulation Trump. What's going to happen if Pete Buttigieg becomes the president and he and his husband? I mean, what is this? What is this? And when Al Sharpton brought this up to Harlem, he sent all these 14, 15-year-old boys up in Harlem who don't know that they're being taken advantage of, who don't know that these older Japheth men who got plenty of money and can buy them $300, $400, $500 sneakers and buy them gold chains. And Tribulation Trump, I mean not Tribulation, but Al the Snitch Sharpton brought this. My friends, we're gonna do something about this. No, the LGBTQ, I'm putting y'all on notice. I'm putting y'all on notice, homeboys. Now, we're going to clean up Harlem of all this activity y'all got going on here. And Sylvia's restaurant is a sellout. Look at all them people in the window. Look like a bunch of monkeys. Look like Al Sharpton and Pete. Look at that, eating fried chicken. Remind me of that guy in Green Mile. Look at this guy. Look at eating fried chicken. Look at that. They got a bottle of hot sauce. That's a prop. That hot sauce bottle is a prop. Because Sharpton knows how to pimp black people. That's a prop. He knows on about black people eat hot sauce. It's a prop. He pimping. Sharpton. This is a bit of a news blog we do looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.